Tabasco seems like one of the simplest things on the table. A few sharp, vinegary drops over eggs, pizza, oysters, or something hot off the grill, and suddenly the whole bite wakes up. That part feels easy to understand. What feels strange is everything behind it, because a bottle this small can take years to become what it is. And even now, the identity of Tabasco still leads back to the same place. That is the part most people never stop to think about. If it is really just peppers, salt, and vinegar, why does it take so long to become itself? Maybe the answer begins with a better question. Not just what Tabasco is made of, but what has to be controlled so carefully for it to keep tasting like Tabasco at all. Let's get into it right here on Secrets of Simple Things. Why 3 ingredients do not tell the whole story? At first glance, Tabasco sounds almost too simple to be interesting. Strip away the famous label, the red cap, and the long history, and the ingredient list still looks short: red peppers, salt, and vinegar. But that list does not really explain the bottle. Tabasco is not defined by how few ingredients it has. It is defined by how tightly everything behind those ingredients is controlled. The company does not only care what goes into the sauce. It cares where the seeds come from, how the peppers are selected, how ripe they are when they are picked, how long the mash is allowed to age, and how closely the final taste must match the one people already know. That changes the whole story. Tabasco is not the kind of sauce that is mixed quickly and sent out into the world. It is built slowly, step by step, so a familiar flavor can stay familiar. And the first step in that control begins long before there is any bottle to hold. Why everything still begins on Avery Island? Everything leads back to Avery Island, Louisiana, where the original Tabasco recipe was created in 1868. That date matters, but not just because it sounds historic. Avery Island still functions as the center of the sauce's identity. Today, Tabasco works with growers in different parts of the world because one island alone cannot produce every pepper needed for a global brand. But the seeds still trace back to Avery Island. Even when the peppers are grown far away, the line of control still begins there. That detail can sound like tradition for tradition's sake, but it is really about consistency. The company is not holding on to Avery Island just because it likes the story. It is using that island to keep the flavor anchored. Plants are selected for the qualities that matter most: the richest red color, the right size, and the right taste. So the goal is not simply to grow more peppers, it is to make sure each new generation still begins from the same standard. That is what makes this part of the story more interesting than it first appears. Tabasco does not begin when the sauce is poured into a bottle. It begins much earlier, with the decision to make sure that even across a wide world, the sauce still starts from the same original idea. And once the peppers are growing, another question becomes just as important: exactly when are they ready? The moment the flavor starts being controlled, when harvest season comes, the peppers are not picked casually or all at once just because the field looks red enough. They are picked by hand, and only when they reach the deep, vivid shade the company is looking for. For years, workers have used a small tool known as the little red stick, painted to match the ideal color of a ripe pepper. Each pepper is compared against that color before it is chosen. It is such a small detail that it might sound almost fussy. But it reveals something important. Tabasco is already being shaped here, long before the sauce is finished. The company is not waiting until the end to decide what the flavor should be. It is protecting that flavor from the very start. And once the peppers are picked, they are mashed immediately with salt, taken from Avery Island itself. That matters too. The peppers do not sit around waiting to become something later. They are pushed into the next stage at once, while the qualities the company cares about are still exactly where they should be. In other words, this is not just ingredient handling. This is flavor being locked in from the beginning. The red of the pepper, the timing of the hand that picks it, and the salt drawn from under the island all begin forming the identity of the bottle before there is even a sauce to pour. At that point, it would be easy to assume the hard part is over. The peppers have been selected, picked, and turned into mash. Surely now they just add vinegar, bottle it, and move on. but this is exactly where Tabasco becomes stranger than it first appeared. The years inside a bottle of Tabasco. The mash does not go straight into a bottle. It is packed into white oak barrels that once held bourbon. A layer of salt is placed on top, and then the mash is left to age for up to 3 years. That long wait is the center of the story. It is also the reason a tiny bottle can hold so much time inside it. Tabasco is not made in a hurry and then adjusted at the end. It is built slowly so the flavor can settle into something stable, recognizable, and repeatable. During fermentation, the mash gives off gases, the barrels are watched, the mash changes, it darkens, it shrinks, it becomes older and more settled, but still intensely hot. Only after that long aging period is it ready to move on. Then comes the next stage. The aged mash is tasted and checked before it is blended with distilled white vinegar. That mixture is stirred for weeks, not minutes. The point is not to make the sauce fancy. The point is to make it steady. Finally, the liquid is filtered until the skins, seeds, and leftover solids are removed, leaving the smooth, sharp, spicy, vinegary sauce people recognize almost instantly. This is what makes the bottle feel different once you know how it is made. 3 ingredients do not automatically mean something simple. Sometimes things look simple only because so much control has already been placed behind them. And in Tabasco's case, the control that matters most is time. What someone tastes in a second can be the result of years of waiting. That is why Tabasco is not just mixed quickly and sent into the world. It is shaped, held, checked, blended, filtered, and slowly brought into focus until it becomes the exact taste people expect. And yet, even after all of that, the most surprising part of the story is still not entirely inside the bottle. The part of the story that is not inside the bottle. By now, it might seem like the mystery of Tabasco has already been solved. A short ingredient list, strict control, and a very long wait. But the story becomes deeper when you realize that so much of Tabasco's identity is still tied to Avery Island itself. Not just in memory and not just in branding, but in a real place the company still depends on and still has to protect. That is what changes the feeling of the whole story. Avery Island is not only the birthplace of Tabasco, it is part of the reason Tabasco still feels like Tabasco. And yet that place is not untouchable. It sits in southern Louisiana, surrounded by marshland and exposed to hurricanes, erosion, and the long, slow vulnerability of a changing coast. The wetlands around it have been shrinking. Storms keep testing the land. The line between stability and loss is not theoretical there. So the company is not only making hot sauce, it is also trying to hold on to the ground that gave that sauce its identity in the first place. It has invested in levees, pumps, and restoration work to protect the island and the marsh around it. That detail matters because it changes what the bottle represents. What makes Tabasco is not only peppers, salt, and vinegar. It is also a very real place. And that place is not something anyone can simply assume will always remain exactly as it is. Once you see that, the bottle stops feeling like just a condiment and starts feeling like something more carefully held together. Not only a product, but a small piece of continuity from a fragile home. Where heat becomes heritage. So the next time you shake a few drops of Tabasco over eggs, pizza, oysters, or anything else that needs a little sharp heat, the most memorable thing may not be the heat at all. It may be the fact that a bottle so small can hold so much behind it. Years of aging, layers of control, generations of care, and the story of an island still trying to endure alongside the product it helped create. That is what makes Tabasco feel larger than it looks. It is not special simply because it is hot. Plenty of things are hot. Tabasco is special because time, consistency, and a very specific place are still present in every bottle. And maybe that is why it feels so recognizable the moment it touches food. What seems like a simple condiment is really something much more carefully held together. A few drops, and behind them far more than most people ever imagine. So now I'm curious, what is one everyday food or condiment you have never really questioned until now? Maybe it is something you use all the time, but have never stopped to ask how it became what it is. Share it in the comments below. And if you enjoy these stories hidden inside simple things, subscribe to the channel and stay with us for more. Your suggestion might even become the next video.